Please welcome Mr. John Cleese.
Over here. Oh, that would be nice. Yeah.
Nice to meet you again.
Hi.
Hi. Nice entrance.
Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hey, hey.
It's nice to have you here. How are you?
I'm old and tired, but I'm happy. I'm happy.
That's good. Next year, you're going to work with these guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
What's your expectations?
Not good. Not good. But they're paying me well.
Yeah.
But I hear these are very bad people, and so I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
But you don't understand Norwegian. Do you know that they're actually funny?
Let me ask you something. Is that really a language, Norwegian? Because, you see, you all speak such good English that I was wondering if you don't really speak Norwegian anymore. It's just when there's a foreigner around, you go... just to pretend you've got a language, but you still speak a language, do you?
We actually speak
yes,
it, yeah.
and I'm not prepared to learn it, not at my age.
No.
No.
But the show with these guys is premiering next year. But now you're touring with the
September,
Alimony.
I think. That's right, yeah.
Now you're touring Europe with the Alimony tour.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alimony tour year 2.
Yeah.
Year 2.
Well, in which country are you most popular?
Well, it's very interesting. It's not just me, but basically the BBC comedy shows are basically popular in what I would call northern Protestant Europe. In other words, in Scandinavia, in Holland, oddly enough, a bit in Belgium,
Yeah.
and a little bit in Germany and Austria, but not at all in Spain or Italy or France. I can walk through Italy and Spain. Nobody knows who I am at all. But if I'm in Holland, for example, or Scandinavia, I get recognised a bit. Then, of course, there's the old, you know, English-speaking places like Australia, New Zealand, Canada.
But why do you think the French don't like you?
Well, they think Jerry Lewis is funny.
Yeah.
You know that? No, seriously, I think that the Northern Europeans, temperamentally, are much more similar than, well, similar to the English, for example. I mean, we're Northern Europeans, and I think that we seem to think the same way, and we seem to have the same kind of humour, because our humour doesn't basically work in the Southern Catholic countries.
But do you think the French have humor?
I think they have some humour.
Yeah, some, yeah, a little bit.
Yes, I think that they laugh, for example, at people in great pain.
For example.
But the subtitle of your show is Paying My Ex-Wife Year 2.
Yes.
Do you still owe her much?
Oh.
How much?
Well, it's Californian law, you see, and it is absolutely insane, because so far I have paid her $16.5 million. And now I have to pay her $1 million a year until I'm 76, at which point she will not have worked for 20 years. We never had children, and she actually brought no assets or no income to the marriage. But this is Californian law. It's insane, and what I love about Scandinavia is people don't quite get alimony. Because you've got a greater equality of the sexes here than they have anywhere else, and that's great.
But what's your relationship with her now? Your ex-wife?
It doesn't exist, because she always said if we broke up, we would never speak. And I didn't think she was serious, but she was serious, and we have not spoken since January the 4th, 2008, of blessed memory.
You're also divorced, Harald?
Yeah.
Yes.
But I didn't make a tour out of it, or a show.
Maybe you didn't need to.
No.
So
because of that, I could made a lot of funny comedy, but because she was so fair and divorce was so good.
Yeah.
I couldn't make fun
Well,
of
I
it.
had 2 divorces before that. One from Connie Booth, you know, who played Polly in Faulty Towers. We wrote that together. And the lawyers didn't come in until the last minute when we said, this is what we've agreed, please put it in a legal document.
We read somewhere that one of your friends said that you get married and divorce to get comedy material.
That's true.
Yeah.
I've got some great comedy material.
Yeah?
Yeah, I say in the show, I say, you know, I paid a lot of money. It'll be some $21, $22 million. Where I say, my lawyer points out to me that I got off lightly. I mean, think how much money I would have had to pay Alice Faye if she'd contributed anything to the relationship. You know, if we'd had children or even a 2-way conversation, you know.
Well, you're still a happily married man.
Yeah.
Do you have got some advice for these guys?
Advice for you guys. Don't get married.
How many years?
It's 97, so that will be 13 years, yeah?
13 years.
14 years, yeah.
That's good.
Oh, what's your record?
I think if you add them all together, it comes to about 30, actually, if you add them all together, yeah.
But when you married the 3rd time, did you... do you have like a think now that she did it just to get money, or was it like pure love and this is going to last?
No, I think it was just that I felt that I ought. You know what I mean? I think she was very keen to get married, and I didn't see the point of it because we weren't going to have children. But it mattered a lot to her, and it didn't seem to matter to me. So you sort of, you know what men are like a lot of the time. You're just trying to keep the little lady happy. You know what I mean? At least we are in England. So I think it was more just sort of, she wanted it very badly.
Well, John, now you have a new girlfriend.
Yes, I've got a wonderful girlfriend. Completely age inappropriate. She's having her 40th birthday in January, and I'm organising a nice 40th birthday for her. And I rang up one of my friends and invited him, and he rang back. He said, "I'm so excited." And I said, "Why are you so excited?" And he said, "I haven't been to a 40th birthday party for 30 years."
What's your relationship like? What's her like?
She's just the funniest woman I ever met. She is completely mischievous all the time. And I've always been the one who teased people and said ridiculous things with a straight face. You know what I mean? And they would believe me, and then I'd say, "Ha-ha, just joking." Well, she does this to me the whole time. And we've got one of those power plates. You know those things for exercising?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Which I could no longer do because I've got an artificial knee. Okay. But she went off one morning to use it just in the garage where we keep the exercise equipment, and suddenly the phone rang. And I picked it up, and she said, "Help, help, I'm trapped, the machine's fallen on top of me, quick, quick." And I grabbed my stick, because it was just after the operation. I started hobbling out like this. She comes right here out of the garage saying, "Joke, joke."
John's girlfriend is 31 years younger. What do you think about that, Bård?
Yeah, he is picking a flower in our bed, so we're going to pick a flower in his bed, you know? Later, right? Yeah.
What about you, Harald? Do you like older women? Or
You snakke om dette her nå.
Now is
You don't want to talk about age and girls.
younger or older women,
Doesn't
Harald?
depend. I don't care about age. I care about hearts and brains and looks, which of course means that you have to go. Anyway.
But it's extraordinary how much somebody can... let me put it like this. She makes me laugh in a way that I haven't done since I was 10. You know, when she was in California just a few months ago, I was getting undressed, and we have a very nice Mexican maid called Pilar. You see, so I'm getting undressed in the bedroom, and suddenly she comes up behind me. She pulls my dressing gown off. She pulls my pajama trousers down. I'm standing there naked. She shouts, "Pilar!" and runs up.
I would like to meet her.
She's fun. Boy, she's fun.
You should marry her.
What?
You should marry her. I mean,
Shouldn't? Should.
no, you should. You should.
Maybe I will. Maybe I will.
But not in California. Not in California.
Not in California. No, not in California.
I'm sure there are many older men out there who would like to be in your position. What kind of advice would you give them?
What kind of advice? I would give?
How will they get younger women?
How would they get them?
Yeah.
But that's not true. No, I have to say that was a cheap joke because Jenny might have been interested. If she was interested in money, which she isn't, she might have wanted me to before the divorce, but not since.
John, it's been an honor to having you here.
It has. It has.
Yes, sorry.
Yes.
And for him.
I am, you are, he is, she is.
And so forth.
Yeah.
We look forward to see your new show next year. Det premiere neste år, men billettene allerede lagt ut. Thank you so much for being here. John Cleese, Bård Tufte Johansen og Harald Eia.